So you might have someone in your life right now who is currently grieving. Whether it's a loss of a loved one, whether it's a failure that they have got recently, whether it's just they're in a bad period, there are certain things that you should not definitely say to these people. Because as human beings, yes, we want to be together with our loved ones when they are in a bad period, or we want to support them, but oftentimes we do not really know how to actually be there for them. We might sometimes make the situation worse by saying things with a good intention, but those things are the things that we should not say. So let's just directly get to the point. What are these things that we should not say to these people? So first of all, this is not too bad, but it's still really bad. And that is that I understand how you're feeling. Because let's be real right here. Nobody can understand how we are feeling, nor we can understand how they are feeling exactly. Because feeling is something that is very subjective, and you cannot really fully understand how someone feels. And if you tell someone who is going through a grief that you understand them, you might be stepping on a slippery slope, and that's not a good thing to do. This might irritate them. This might cause them to attack on you. Like, how can you say this? How could you understand? Like, you're not even experiencing the thing that I'm going through. And these reactions are completely normal, and they are kind of your fault if you say something like this to a person who's going through a bad period. Just don't say that you can understand them, because you don't really understand, and you can't really understand them to an exact point. Instead, you can just directly say the opposite. I can't understand how you feel right now, but I can imagine it being very painful. This is a very powerful statement. You validate how they are feeling, and you admit that you cannot understand how they are feeling. This is a really good thing to say. The exact opposite of what you don't need to say, what you shouldn't say. And the second one, and this is especially true for someone who is going through the grief of a loss of a loved one, is that at least they're in a better place. I mean, this is so damn bad. I mean, please don't tell this to anyone who's going through the grief of a loved one. Please just think of how you're speaking. At least they're in a better place. I mean, you could be religious. I'm religious as well. You could believe in heaven. I do. But still, the people who are going through grief are not in a mindset to accept this yet. Because let's be real. Even if the heaven is real, even if there is a better place to be in, the place that we want our loved ones to be in is with us. We want them to be with us. And any other place that they are is not a good place for them to be. We need to accept this. And we need to talk accordingly to other people as well. So please just don't say that they're in a better place. This is a really, really stinky thing to say to a person. And it could really irritate them. It could really hurt them even more. It could make them break out. It could make them attack on you. Please just don't say them. Don't say this to them. And the third one that you shouldn't say to these people is that things could be worse. At least you have this. At least this does not happen. At least you still have this. At least this can still happen. At least it didn't happen like this. Please just don't use at least. Using at least in any of your words, any of your sentences, it's going to fuck you up. It's going to fuck you up. Using at least to a person who's going through a grief, who's going through a bad time, is not a good thing to say. Because they just need their feelings to be validated. They just need to have their feelings expressed. They just need to feel their hurt and their pain. And if you say things like at least, which invalidates what they are feeling, which kind of like comes from a point where what you're feeling is not important. If you make them feel like this, it's not a good thing. So please, this is the most critical point. Do not use at least in your sentences. Never use at least to a person who's going through a grief. Because the only thing that they can do right now, and that's the right thing to do, by the way, this is not a wrong thing. Only thing that they need to do and they should do is to feel the hurt, feel the pain. And if you're there for them, be there for them by helping them to feel their pain. So don't use at least. At least you have that. At least it didn't happen like this. Oh, at least your grandpa is still alive, but your grandma is dead. I mean, please don't say things like this, man. This can really hurt them, even though your intentions are not bad. And I deep down know that they are not bad, but still, just think of how you're speaking to people, okay? And the fourth thing that you should not really talk about right now is the fact that things are going to get better. Of course, things are going to get better in time, but still, these people are not ready to accept some facts yet. They need to feel all the pain, all the hurt that they got from the situation, and then after that, they will be able to slowly accept the facts. So, talking about factual things like things will get better, calm down, keep your calm, or it will get better eventually. After a certain period of time, you will feel better. And talking about things like this do not really work because they are not really ready to accept the factual things yet. They're just there to feel their grief and take it out of them. And we should be there for them to actually help them feel their grief, feel their pain, feel their hurt, and let them relieve themselves. And the last thing that, I mean, this one is still not as bad as the other ones, but you should still be considerate about how you speak these and maybe just don't speak about them at all, your personal experiences, because this again kind of comes to the same door. It opens the same door as the second or third point that I mentioned, which I talked about validating their feelings. If you talk about yourself and your experiences, it could lead them to think that you're invalidating their feelings, like, again, making them feel like their emotions are not important, their hurts are not important, because you're speaking about yourself there. So don't just speak about your experiences and your pains or your situations that could make them feel even worse, because you're not the topic of discussion here, and this could lead them to think like you are invalidating their feelings. But what we have said from the beginning of the video, we need to validate how they feel, because that's the only thing they need, and that's the only thing that we must do to them right now. The factual things come later after they are started to heal. But now, we just need to validate them. So these are basically the things that you should not mention, you should not talk about to the person who is going through a grieving or a bad period. But let's talk about what we can actually say instead of the things that we shouldn't say. So the perspective that you should have while handling these situations is that the person's feelings are the most important thing here. Replicating words or sentences like, I can't imagine how painful this is for you right now, or this is a very sad situation, I'm very sad that you're in a situation like this. Just validating how they feel, like accepting that this is a very bad situation and accepting that they are feeling really bad right now. This is the thing that we must do. So we must just validate how they are feeling. For example, if they say, like, I'm feeling so bad, I cannot just believe how this happened to me, just replicate what they said. Yeah, I can't believe it too. I mean, this is a very painful situation. I mean, I'm here for you if you need anything. I can't really understand what you're going through right now, but I can see that it's very painful for you. So if there's anything that I can do for you, please just let me know. Just approach it from this perspective. Do not say things like I said in the beginning of the video. Just validate how they feel. Don't say that things are going to get better. Don't say that at least you have this, at least you have that. Don't use at least. Just validate how they feel. This is a very painful situation. I'm very sad that you're in this situation. I'm very sorry for your loss. And that's it. I'm here for you if you need me. Give me a call. This is a very painful situation. Don't suppress your emotions. Feel your emotions. This is a very bad period. Just acknowledge how they feel and validate how they feel. And that's all for this video, I guess. And I hope your loved ones, or if you're the one who is grieving right now, I hope you will also make it out of it as well. I wish you better days. I wish you healthier, happier days. I also wish the same for your loved ones as well. And catch you on the next one.